Hey everybody, it's midnight Eastern, so it must be late night with Eddie Buffalo. Welcome everybody. Uh, Before I forget, all the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo are purely for entertainment. How's everybody tonight? Don't forget, we spring forward tonight, so we're gonna have more daylight, but we're losing an hour, which is a bummer. But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Gonna make it a quick show today. Actually, waiting for last week. Very nice spaghetti dinner. Let's hope they like it. But let's not forget to talk about our sponsor. Our sponsor, you know them, you love them. Pins and Aces, pinsandace.com. For if you need a gift for someone, if you need a gift for yourself, got to be good for yourself. Go to pinsandaces.com. They got great clothes, great equipment. Every time me and Donnie look at this, we find something different. So check out our friends at pinsandaces.com. When you go to checkout, when you find all your wonderful merchandise, just put in the promo code Buffalo and you will get an additional 21% off. Once again, that's pinsandaces.com. Check them out. So, welcome to episode number 5 of Late Night with Eddie Buffalo. I don't know if you guys caught it yesterday, but I've kind of tried to mess around with making music because I was really kind of sick of doing content and then having it taken down because I didn't own that content, which is totally understandable. So we got a nice response yesterday. I had fun doing it too. You know what I mean? So once again, welcome to Late Night with Eddie Buffalo. And let me know in the comments what you think about the commercials. Because I still have been doing like the series of commercials leading up to our show. So today I thought it'd be fun to talk about comedy in movies, stand-up specials, and things like that. And I thought it'd be a fun thing to do is go back and talk about someone that I didn't even know, who he was. Me and my ex, when we got married, we didn't go to a big vacation or honeymoon. We did a tour. We did Boston, we did New York, and we did Cleveland. So it was kind of a northeastern honeymoon trip. And this is back in Cleveland when the flats were still there before it all got shut down. And we went to this place because we saw a sign, and the bar, restaurant, whatever the heck it was split up into 2 sections. And on the one side was dueling piano bars, which I thought would be kind of fun, but it was actually sold out. And so we had to go see the comedian that was there, somebody I never heard of before, a gentleman by the name of Ron White. And we all know that tater salad, sitting in a beanbag chair naked, eating Cheetos, that Ron White. He was a funny dude back then. What I think is a riot that a lot of these guys, they do the same material over and over again, which is a little bit disappointing, sometimes, look at when I was growing up, Eddie Murphy Raw. I mean, that was just mind blowing that it was something totally different I've ever seen before. He was into Elvis. If you haven't seen the documentary about Eddie Murphy that was on a little bit ago, check it out because I thought it was pretty funny. Another one that I went to that I was very disappointed in was George Carlin. I love George Carlin. I always thought he was very entertaining, a very funny dude. But the problem was it was at Chase Buffalo Theater, which I was a lot bigger back then, and the seats were not very comfortable. I'm guessing people were a lot smaller back then. And anyways, what was I going to say? It was everything and anything you've ever heard from his HBO specials, which was really kind of disappointing. My daughter told me all about Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias. And we actually saw him a couple years ago Erie County Fair. Hang on 1 second. Oh, caller, you are on Late Night with Eddie Buffalo. How can I help you? You're on the air right now. Are you lost? Are you lost? Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, buddy. All right. I will. I got everything's ready. Everybody's just gonna have to roll on in. So hey, good luck to you and your mom, okay? Take care, buddy. No problem. Well, one person's not coming. Henry's a wonderful, not young man. He's a lot older than me, but a super nice dude. He reminds me of my son a lot because they're both cooks, And I said to him, I said, last time I went to the Super Bowl party, you fed me. Why don't you come over? I'm having people over, and I'd love to feed you, so you don't have to cook. And unfortunately, his mom's not doing too good. So say these good vibes, good prayers out to Henry's mom. And all the comments and statements by Henry are purely for entertainment purposes. Anyways, so Gabriel Iglesias, I saw him twice. Once at the Seneca Niagara Casino, and the next day we were still there because we stayed overnight. And who was in the buffet? Martin, Gabriel Iglesias, and you couldn't get near the guy, because everybody wanted to, you know. So yeah, I mean, I love going to comedy clubs, because you never know what you're gonna see. Now, I'm a huge Jay and Silent Bob fan. Kevin Smith and Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. I've never seen them together in stand up, and I've seen Kevin Smith a couple times at Helium in downtown Buffalo. And one of the really interesting things to me, and it was pretty damn funny, is that he's telling a story, and it's only applicable to Buffalo, but it's funny as hell. Um, a lot of people in downtown Buffalo and people that live in Western New York have T-shirts that say "My city smells like Cheerios" because General Mills is right in downtown Buffalo, and the downtown area either smells like Cheerios or Lucky Charms. So he said he did a 7 o'clock show and a 10 o'clock show, and in between the shows, he went outside because he started smoking dope. That's when he started. He was just messing around with marijuana, and then he gets outside. He starts, smoking his joint, and he's like, "Oh my god, I think I'm having a stroke. I smell Lucky Charms." So someone had to explain to him he wasn't having a stroke, and the whole Buffalo Lucky Charms thing. My ruler fell on the floor. I'll get it in a second. What are the other ones I saw? When I was bellhop at the Hyatt Regency Buffalo, this is for the older folk, is I met a gentleman by the name of Red Skelton. He was an old-time comic from the 40s and 50s. Just a comical guy. I mean, with a crazy, a rubbery face. And he did a bunch of shows in Buffalo, but I guess he was there early for the show. And he cops would bring him back all the time because he would just wander around downtown Buffalo. Nobody bothered him, but they wanted to make sure nobody bothered him. So what's crazy is that if you walk into, I don't even know what it's called now, if it's even open again, but in the High Regency in downtown Buffalo, when you walk down in the Main Street entrance, it was actually the escalators in the atrium that goes up to the top floor where the piano is and the different meeting rooms. Well, the back of the elevator as you're walking in was mirrored. So poor Red Skelton slammed right into it and knocked himself out. I don't mean to laugh, but he was fine. I think he was more embarrassed than anything. And as a tip one day, he was well known for his clown paintings. He actually gave me a bar napkin with one of his clowns, and he signed it, which I thought was really wonderful, So going back to Kevin Smith, he breaks his show into two parts. The first part, he does a stand up. Funny dude, funny dude. And then the second time, he opens it up to audience members. After 15 minutes, I had to go because I swear to God, this one dude goes up, gives him a kiss on the cheek, and says, me and my mom love you. She's right there." I'm like, ugh, did you get out of the basement to go to the show? So I'm trying to think who else that I saw was pretty damn funny. Well, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, he sucks as a stand up. He should just stick to movies and whatever the hell else he's doing because his stand up routine is garbage. Um, I, I don't like trashing somebody, but if you suck, you suck. I was talking to Allie Buffalo today, and I was like, "So I'm gonna make garlic bread. Should I make some without cheese in case they're lactose intolerant? Because Allie Buffalo is lactose intolerant." She goes, "No." I go, "Why not?" It's their problem. It sucks to suck, which cracked me up because that's not like Allie. She must be having a crazy day with tax season and that. So, another comedian that I was very disappointed in was Nick Offerman. Um, Actually, the comic that was on before him was actually better than him, which is really sad when you're paying that much money to see a headliner, you know. Going back to favorite movies, I'm like a lot of guys. Caddyshack's right up there, number one. Blues Brothers. Um, what else? Caddyshack, Blues Brothers. Trying to think like ones that I watch over and over again. Well, like Dr. Andy, we talked about Cheech and Chong, and that was interesting. That their first movie, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, the movie was made for $1 million. They started as producers, and they didn't make any other money on it. That movie ended up grossing $150 million, and they swore it would never happen again. So they actually got a bigger payday for the next one. But when I was at the record store downtown Greenville, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, I actually was able to get an LP, which was Cheech and Chong's greatest hits, and it's got a big like marijuana joint on the front. And there was a lot of stand up on that I never heard of Cheech and Chong, like Sister Mary Elephant. Oh my gosh, going to a Catholic school for 12 years, it hit a little bit too close to home, you know. Then Basketball Jones, I heard the term, but I never knew the stand up, you know. And of course, the big one. Who is it? Open up, man. It's me. It's Dave. Who? Dude, it's me. It's Dave. I don't want the cops to come. They're around the corner. No, he's not here. And it went on and on and on. So that was pretty entertaining to watch. And you know, I like seeing stand up because you never know what you're gonna get, especially when it's live and in person. There was a gentleman by the name of T.J. Miller. You'd know him as Eric Bachman on the HBO show. I can't think of it, where he was like the head of Pied Piper, Silicon Valley, or something like that. I don't know. Look it up. It was worth watching. And then he played Wheeze in the two Deadpool movies. And when everything was going crazy with everybody getting canceled and everything like that, Ryan Reynolds didn't want anything to do with him anymore. So, like a month after this happened, he actually was doing a show at Helium in downtown Buffalo. And the dude did not disappoint. He was super duper funny, you know. I remember like, gosh, this had to be back in like maybe 90, 91. No. It was probably 87 or 88. We had Yuck Yucks on Delaware Avenue in Buffalo, New York, which is long gone. I think they opened up one at the casino in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And we saw a young comedian that she was flipping hilarious, talking about her Irish background, you know, growing up, and a lot of the similar things that myself and a lot of people that I grew up with went through, even though I'm Irish and Polish. And by the way, I'm pretty pissed because I can't use any of my Polish jokes here in Texas. They don't know what a Polak is. So it's really disappointing. Um, and that person ended up being Rosie O'Donnell when she was young and still doing stand up, you know? And what was crazy, this dude behind us, he was eating like a madman. He was drinking a ton of beer, being loud, obnoxious. I turn around, freaking the running back, Thurman Thomas for the Buffalo Bills. So, like I said, you never know who you're going to run into. Trying to think who else we saw down there. So many, you know. It's very nice that I'm in a bigger town now, and they have a ton of comedy clubs. And you know, you really should support your local businesses, your local bars, restaurants, local musicians, and local comedians, the local stand-up places, because they make their money on the food and the beverages. I know most of them, you know, all across the country, it's like a 2-drink minimum, and you got to order, you know, food or something like that, which was funny. I'm trying to think. Who else I saw? Sarah Colonna. I haven't seen her in a minute, but she was lovely. She was wonderful. We met her after the show. She was just as nice as she is when you see her on TV, and she's just a little bit salty, you know? So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. I'm going to get in and get out, get in and get out. I'm sure my guests are going to be coming in a few minutes. So, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. You know, tell a joke to somebody, listen to some jokes, go online, put in your favorite comedian, because I'm sure you'll find something that you didn't hear them say before, you know. So remember, life is too short not to surround yourself with people that make you happy. So tune in all next week. We have a bunch of shows. Monday, we have Buffalo Fights. Tuesday, EBI News for You. Wednesday, that's our top show, Insurance Questions Podcast. But nipping it heels is Ask Dr. Andy. The show that we're doing is protecting your family, what you can do to protect your family. So make sure you tune in. Friday, I'll do another musical show because everybody seemed to really. And that's about it, because I see one of my guests coming right now. I see him out the window. Hi, James. So have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.